I could have turned to it was God. Basically, I was basically just praying about it, like, just like find a way out for me, like,
I mean,
yeah.
that's crazy that you said this man threatened your family just to
Mm,
make
mm.
you know that's really like how did that impact like emotionally and psychologically impacts your you facing this while you're going through this, you know what I'm saying? It's got to really mess up your mindset, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like
I couldn't
it's
sleep for some days. Like, like sleeping was not. Um, I couldn't sleep frequently. So going to work was like a hassle. I usually was late. I wasn't on time and so forth,
wow.
and it affected my job. Um, uh, I was worried a lot. I had stress. I lost weight. Um, it really affected my physically and emotionally. I was just like out of it. I just couldn't find any comfort in nothing. And speaking to a family member was like, out of the question because I didn't want to
What I mean, like
put
what
their
gave you
life
that
at risk.
strength though? What gave you that strength to go talk to this person?
What really happened was there was a night. It was during carnival, and we went out. The thing is, he liked to drink a lot. I mean, he drinks a lot. He's belligerent and he's very aggressive. So we we both drank a lot, but I didn't drink too much to the extent that I was drunk or anything. And he wanted to go out with his friends after the party. And I was like, okay, I will come with you. He was like, no, you're not coming. So he said, you're going home. So like he dropped me home, and I was like, okay, fine. I made it an issue because it wasn't the first time that I would have been with his friends.
Right.
So it was like, why all of a sudden you don't want me around? So I made it an issue, and he also made it an issue, and he was already drunk and everything. So it became a fight, and the um at that point I was just like fed up with everything. He threw my clothes out of the house. He threw my phone. He pretended to throw my phone in the grass. Like it had a heap of grass next to the house, and he pretended to throw my phone over there. So I was like, at this point, I was just like, let me just take control of everything.
Enough
And
is
so
enough, huh?
yeah, yeah, I was just like, I'm sick of you. Like I started to insult him a lot. I started to just say mean words to him and stuff like that. I even cussed some bad words that I usually don't do. And he got frustrated and he started to beat me till I bled.
Oh, he's like
And
closed fist.
yes, his closed fist. And I have stitches to prove that. I got 7 stitches. But at this point, I was bawling for help. I was screaming for help. It had two gentlemen came down from where they're living. They drove by and I asked for help. I bawled for help, and he was just like, "No, it's nothing. It's nothing." And they drove by. They just left.
So
But
this
then
happened outside.
it happened outside because, as I said, he threw my clothes outside.
Oh, so you was going out there to pick your clothes up and
Yeah, wherever my clothes are, I am because this is all I have. I'm, you know, I, I basically just moved in his house, so it's just like all my clothes is what I have. So I don't really, you know. But anyways, back to what I was saying. I bawled for help, and then the neighbors in the back heard me, and it was ladies. It was a mother and her 2 children, 2 daughters, and they just say, "Hey, come over here, come by the house." They told me to come, and they drove me to the hospital. So while I was driving to the hospital, that's when I was like, "Okay, this is it. I have to call my sister," which I did. So
let me say this real quick. So you screamed and yelled, right?
mhm.
That because this man was putting his hands on you, correct? And
Mm.
you screaming, yelling, and 2 guys came and drove past.
drove past. They
Trespass.
stopped.
Two guys from one man drove past, but three
They
women,
stopped. Mhm.
ready to go ham to hand with you with this man.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes,
because
correct, correct.
the man thinks that a woman, right, is not is equal to him in strength, right? So he's taking advantage, but he looked at it as three women. That's odds against him, right? But you see how? Let me tell you this. You see how he the I'm gonna just say it. The bitch came out of him, right? When these three women was there, right? You see,
Yeah,
and so he's okay whipping one woman, but he was not okay trying to whip three women. You feel me?
exactly,
So he's not,
exactly.
this man had problems. You feel me? So
Yeah.
when you got the urge and the courage to get up and when they took you to the hospital, did your family members show up at that time?
My sister came right away. She came with her husband and her daughter, and they also called my brother, and my brother came, and while I was getting the stitches, they asked me if I want to report to the police, and I said yes, I want to report to the
So
police.
this
So
is
my
when it
brother,
started all this started to come out then, right?
yes, yes, correct, correct. So my brother helped me. He came with me to go to the police station, and my shirt was still bloody. I was still in the same outfit from that night, and um, nothing really came out of it. To be honest, with the police station, they just helped me um, go pick up my stuff the next day, and that was it.
And Kayla, when was the time that how did you get up the strength to talk to your mom?
Um, Honestly, after that whole situation happened, I had really no choice but to open up about something. She is my mother. She's like one of my protectors, my other's right here. So like her and me being, her being the head of the house, she felt like it was her duty to hey, what's wrong with you? Like, what happened? Like, why didn't I know anything about this? This can't be like the first time, And so, I opened up to her about it and everything, and it just went good from there because she actually made me keep her a promise that I would that I would stay out of the relationship and everything. And honestly, it did keep me out of the relationship because I don't know, like anytime I needed anybody in my life. I didn't really have anybody, but right there, I really did have somebody right there to actually help me get through that because the point that I was at, I was very numb and I was very, I was feeling really dead inside. Like I really just wanted to be anywhere else but on this earth. And, that's what, some men do to you.
Absolutely. I mean, like
Unfortunately,
I'm glad you guys, really truly, worked up the courage to go and seek help. I just can't, famine that 2, 3 years and 4 years that you guys stay in these abusive relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like it's and there's so many women out there that does. You know what I'm saying? They like you said that they give the man's giving false narrative and false hope that that's you. I'm all you have. You know. And let me tell you, women, that's these are weak-sided men. They're very weak and they're troubled men in their that mental health issues, you know what I'm saying? It has not been dealt with. It has not been, recognized at all. So they carrying all this burden and all this hurt and all this pain with them, and all they can do when they, when something that jeopardize that or comes in between that, it triggers them, right? And the first thing they turn into what is violence. Sadly, but it's truth. You know what I'm saying? Like it's truth that man, and women that the people that are applying the violence to the individuals, their mental state mind is off, unbalanced. You know what I'm saying? It's very unbalanced, and they do these things. I mean, like for instance, like I'll be totally honest. You know what I'm saying? Like I was, abuser a person as well. You know what I'm saying? And because I was abused growing up, like really bad. So like these things occur. Not only, and I mean, don't get it twisted. There's people out there that just love putting hands on people. You know what I'm saying? Like individuals, like women and men. You know what I'm saying? It's just that's their go-to. Instead of having a conversation or talking things out, they go to violence, right? And I know that's what you guys experience, and not only just. I mean, T, it only happened to you one time.
No, it was more than once.
You know what I'm saying? With like it with as it happened again with another individual, or just the same man? I'm saying.
No, no,
So it
no.
happened
I
in your
haven't
life.
been in a serious relationship since then.
Wow. And is this
Yeah.
because of this incident or because the trust issues?
I think it's just issues, and I just haven't found the right person. And I don't really go out as much. I don't look to, make friends really. So I'm mostly home, work. I just enjoying my single life because
So the
I'm
mental,
basically just.
so the mental capacity of this has really like turned you into something, somebody that you really wasn't at first. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that truth? Like, you were a go getter. You know what I'm saying? You excited about relationships. Now you just what happened is
Well, I think if a relationship should happen, it would happen. But I don't think it changed me in any way because I'm not afraid of a relationship. I would love to have a relationship. I love love.
exactly.
I love watching romantic movies and so forth. And you know I would pray and hope one day that it would happen. And it would
It's
flow and everything. But
it's definitely going to happen. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like it will
yeah.
happen. You know what I'm saying? Like and this is that's. And let me ask you both. Like like these situations, right? Like that you went through. Like I know from my my daughter's experiences and we talked about and stuff like that is that really changed her perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like it really has changed the way she moves. You know what I'm saying? The way she operates has
Yeah.
changed her. You know what I'm saying? And not necessary for the good of all relationships, right? It's some things that she's really working on trying to still get past. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's to me is encouraging. To see her grow. You know what I'm saying? And mature because these things happen to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, and again, just for the record, so you man out here saying like, oh, you over here talking to your daughter like this and you didn't do. My daughters them kept me out of things because they know the type of father they have. Right? If this was a very serious incident, which is worse, but if it was serious enough for me to get involved, she would have called me first.
What you was called?
Yeah. So she it's like they don't. I mean, I'm not. I'm not sitting here. I'm the toughest guy in the world. You know what I'm saying? But when it hits different when it hits with your family. You know what I'm saying? And I can just imagine T how angry your brother, your father, your sisters, your mom were. And I want to ask this question. You said that did your brother, did he do anything or did he wanted to do
No,
anything?
no. I think my mom and my sister stopped them, especially my brother-in-law.
Exactly.
Yeah, they stopped them because they wanted the law to handle it, but
And
the law did it.
the law failed. I'm saying,
Fail.
and the thing is, this is the reason why women don't turn so quickly for help because they don't think help is there. You know what I'm saying? That when if you tell somebody, especially a close friend or saying a sister or, just somebody close to you and you say this to someone, they're like, oh, girl, it'll get better. You know what I'm saying? Like, you love them, it'll get better. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. And then the thing is, these men don't change.
No.
You know what I'm saying? They're like they could usually continue going down that same path, right? So, this amazes me to see, to know you, T, and this is the first time I'm hearing this. You know what I'm saying? Like because it's like I know a lot of people don't like to share their their problems with other people, but like we had it was times that everybody was off the game. It was just me and you playing zombie.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I'm saying? Like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and like we had intimate moments. You know what I'm saying? We talked about things. You know what I'm saying? We discussed it that I wasn't dating for them 2 years when I was out there. So it was like we had conversations, and I just think that it's beautiful to see that you're like a phoenix arise from the ashes. You know what I'm saying? Because you both are. You know what I'm saying? Like I encourage you seriously, like to use this platform as a place where you can come and feel like you can get this off your chest that other women need to hear this. Correct?
Yes, correct.
Like, this is why we we started this conversation today because I believe there's a lot of women still out there today are being physical abuse by their spouse or the people they say that love them, right? And it's like it's time for a change. You know, if you want, if any of these people that's running, you know, that's fighting for this office of the White House, you want to make America great again, truly give women the encourage to speak for themselves. That would be my first duty, you know, to ask my president, is like to give women back their voice, because we all come. I have myself came from a strong background of women. You know what I'm saying? Like I got 4 sisters and my mom, right? And it's, I mean, like, as much as I can't stand them, you know what I'm saying? You know, some people in my life and my family, is I still have to give credit, right? Because that's what it takes.